Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Nikhil and today we are going to cover two topics which are push topic and change data capture. These are two streaming API events that we are going to learn here and we will see how we can create them and how we can utilize them. First of all, I would like to thank Amit for giving me this opportunity to present these topics for Apex Hour. So let's get started. I'll start with my introduction. My name is Nikhil Madan and I work for PepsiCo as a Salesforce technical architect and I live in Dallas and I've recently started my YouTube channel also with name Salesforce Musketeer. In today's agenda, we are going to cover four topics. First, we will see what is streaming API. Then we will see two streaming APIs which are push topic and change data capture. Then we will go through some use cases that when we should use push topic and when should we use change data capture. Before we learn about streaming APIs or we learn about a push topic which basically uses push technology, we should know what pull technology means. So in earlier days, we used to use pull technologies where client would request for the data from a server periodically to maintain the freshness of data. So they would send a request every minute to see if there's a change occurring at a server side or not. If change occurs, server side would respond with the change that this change has occurred and client will update the information accordingly. So the poll frequency we could have set there like one minute or 30 seconds. So the problem with this is that there would be unnecessary API calls that could cause server slowdown. Even if at server side no change is happening, client would still requesting to check, okay, if there's any change happening, then send with a response. So server, if the change happens at server side, they would respond with the data. If the change does not happen at server side, still it would respond with the empty string, with empty JSON or something. But this doesn't happen in push technology. So in push technology, the server will respond to a client only when there's a change in data. So first thing is client will establish a connection with the server and then they will send a request. Okay, then if there's a change, then please send us the data back. Server will hold that request and will not respond unless there is a change at a server side. So here no polling is required, or we can say it's a long polling for Salesforce. So long polling, I will retell you that what long polling means. That client establish a connection with the server, send a request, and server will only respond when there's a change in data. If the connection breaks at any time, then client reestablishes a connection with the server. Now, what is streaming API? In streaming API, actually, it enables transmission of real-time data from Salesforce platform. So basically here, it's the outbound process where any event occur. What is event? Event is any change in a data which is meaningful to a business. Then when any event occur, then we send a real-time data outside Salesforce to external application. So it uses push technology that transfer information from a server to the client. There are multiple ways to subscribe to those events which are sent from Salesforce to external application. One is a Comet D. I have used Comet D in few of the cases to subscribe, but recently I learned even in the Dreamforce 2022, they gave us the demo of how we can use subscription API in Node.js, and even MuleSoft has come with the connector with the that can use subscription API instead of Comet D to receive real-time data from Salesforce platform. Push technology, also called pub sub model, where simply one side is publishing, the other clients are who are at receiving end, they are subscribing to those events. If you don't know Comet D, consider this as a library that allows you to write a low latency server side web application that can help you to subscribe to those events. You don't have to worry about the inside code. All you have to just use that, and then once you subscribe to those events, you focus on the business logic. So this pub-sub model, which we have just discussed, the streaming API events, these work on the event-driven architecture. So as I said, event meaning whenever there's a change in a state. For example, when opportunity is closed, opportunity is won, or even just opportunity is created. This is an example of what can be called as an event. So that is useful for business. So business want to know whenever the opportunity is closed, they want to send data to the third party applications such as SAP or Oracle or PeopleSoft. Then what happens? Salesforce is connected with the Salesforce event bus, that could be MuleSoft. Then it sends a event to Salesforce event bus. Then there could be number of applications that are subscribing or listening to that event bus. Whenever a message or event published, then they would receive those events, and they will process those events. And this is highly scalable. So once you have this connection, if you, for example, now fourth application wants to come and listen to those events, then all you need to have to do is that make a connection between MuleSoft and that fourth application. There's no point-to-point integration required from Salesforce to the fourth application. Now, what are the all streaming API events we have? One is PushTopic. So we will learn about this PushTopic in a little while, that it is based on the socle and how we can create it. There's another one which is a generic streaming API. Then it publishes arbitrary string value. Then the third one is change data capture, where it's a new version of PushTopic and we don't need SOQL. And another one is platform events. So it's a new version of generic streaming API. So if you see my diagram here, that first generation, that earlier we only had generic and PushTopic, but the second generation we have platform events and change data capture. So if there's any user case where you are able to do it via PushTopic or change data capture, both, then I would say go with the change data capture. So as this is the latest or recommended by Salesforce. So let's see what PushTopic means. PushTopic enables to stream Salesforce record change to client based on the criteria defined in socle query in a PushTopic record. So PushTopic is already an object in Salesforce. So you create a row in the PushTopic with a name. So that name is something, for example, closed opportunity is the name of the record that we created in PushTopic, and we provide a socle. So based on a socle, the Salesforce sends an event to the external application, and it will contain the data based on what we have given in socle query. So it enables to stream Salesforce record changes to the client based on the criteria defined in socle query. When do we use PushTopic? So when we want to receive notification of Salesforce record change, for example, an opportunity record is created or opportunity is closed. In that case, we want to send an event to third-party application, then PushTopic can be used. It can be used for create, update, delete, and undelete operation. Now, second is when we want to capture changes for certain fields and only when the certain criteria is matched. For example, when opportunity is closed, then you need to send an event. Then we can use PushTopic. One another thing to note here is that if a subscribing user doesn't have access to that particular record, then event will not be sent to that. So it respects sharing rule. Now, how do we create a PushTopic? Basically, PushTopic is already an object in Salesforce. We create a row in that by writing a code like this. So if you see here, that is the name we have provided, closed case, and that what we will tell to a client that event will be, you can subscribe to closed case PushTopic. They need to know this name. And then based on the query we have given, an event will be published. So based on the combination of this query and notify for field will tell when an event will be published. So if we, for example, are using referenced, then any field value changed in this query or any field which is referred in this query, whether it is subject, status, or name, then it will be an event will be sent to the third party application. So here we specify, do we need to send notification only at the time of create, update, delete, or undelete. So this tells you that. Let me take you to a developer node provided by Salesforce to give you more examples on notify for fields. So if you see here, I've set notify for field to all, which means that any field change in that particular object, for example in invoice statement, if F1 is changed, then it will send an event, or even if F4 is changed, which is not mentioned in this socle, then also an event will be published. Now taking a second example, if F3 is changed or F6 is changed, which is not mentioned in this query, then an event will be published only if it matches the where criteria. And third statement means it will send you the notification if any field changes. Now if you set notify for set to a reference, then it says that any field, whether it's in select clause or where clause, it is changed, then send a notification, but criteria should match also. So if F1 is changed, then it will check, okay, that record has a criteria matching F3 equals to ABC, then a notification will be sent. If you say F7 is changing, then it will not send the notification. Now in select statement, if any field changes in the select clause, like for example F3 changes, then it will send the notification, but if F4 or F5 changes, then no notification will be sent. So in second one, if you say the F1 or F2 have changed and F3 and F4 match the values in the where clause, then notification will be sent. But if let's say F2 is changed and F3 is equals to BCD in a record, then notification will not be sent because we have provided this socle statement. Similar to what we have learned here, in where clause also, it only checks the field value changes what we provided in the where clause. If F3 or F4 changes, then only send the notification. So let's move ahead to our PPT again. Before I jump into a demo, these are the points you need to remember: that push topic is an object, name is important, and when we create a record, then it is inserted in push topic. Now it's a time for demo. So first thing I will do is create a push topic by going to developer console, and this is what I copied from my PPT. So what it says here is that this is the name we are going to provide. Let's say I give it a 3, and let me remove this. So query I'm keeping here is select ID subject status from case where status equals to new, and we have put a notify for field is referenced, which means any field change in select or where, if that changes, then only publish the event, and status should be matched as new. So let me create this. So this is created. We can also verify by just writing a query here, and I can do export. If you see, the one which I wanted to create has been created here, this here, and I will just go to my case object, and what I'll do here is, so first thing I will provide case demo 3, which is this is the AMP API LWC I've created. I'll tell you also about this. Let's see the functionality first. So let me refresh this again. So I'll provide my, going here, I'll copy this close case demo, coming here, and I'll put this here, subscribe. Now this has been this is subscribed to this push topic, and I will go to their detail. I will keep the status as new, and I will just change the subject. So I will change the subject to test demo push topic, and I will click on save. So the moment I saved, I can see the event has been published, and I have subscribed to this event, so I am able to show the payload here only. So I'll go to JSON, and let me and provide our new JSON here. And if you see here that this is the JSON we have got, and in the subject line I've got the new subject which I provided. I got the ID, and these are the three fields we added in the select statement, and this is the channel we are subscribed to. Now we are subscribing within itself the Salesforce and using EMP API. So for this, what I did, I went to Salesforce developer guide. Let me go there. Lightning EMP API. I copied this HTML and JavaScript to my LWC. Let me open that LWC for you. This is the LWC I created, EMP API for PushTopic. And only slight change I did, either you can put a channel name here or you can put it from the UI also, which I showed you that I put it from UI. Only small change I did here is instead of function we had it here, give me 1 minute, here it was written like this, function. So instead of that I just used arrow, which means that this I will be able to use this class variable, which is this payload, and I will be able to use this, and then I'm using this payload variable to show it on the HTML on here, and that is what you see in this on UI here. We could have also in one of my videos where I am using use commit D to subscribe to platform event, you can see it in the Salesforce Musketeer channel also. There I'm using ID Java application, and I have subscribed. I'm also using commit D libraries, and then I can subscribe to Salesforce events, and then I can receive the same kind of event in the Java application, which is a third-party application. So that is about the push topic. One more thing I want to show you here is that if I change the status from new to working, I will not receive any event because the where clause is not matched here. Now if I just change this subject demo also and put number 1, if you notice here, still nothing has been changed because the where criteria is not matched, so it's not being published. Now I have to put this to new, and I will put here 2, and I will click on save. Now if you see here, I got the replay ID 2, and I got this test demo push topic. Now let's move to another topic, which is change data capture. It is a streaming product on Lightning platform that enables you to efficiently integrate your Salesforce data with external systems. So change data capture is similar to push topic. Only difference is in push topic, when you create a push topic, you provide a socle. Here you do not provide a socle, so which means any field changes which happen in an object, that will be published as an event, and you can as subscriber will receive that event. So it is also an outbound process. It also uses a push technology just like push topic, and it also supports CRED and undelete operation. Similar to push topic, it is also real time, and it can be used to synchronize the records with the external system. Let's see some of the key points of change data capture. It captures any change. So any change happening to an object on which you have created change data capture, that will publish an event. It provides you an asynchronous trigger. I will show you in demo that you can write a trigger which will run in asynchronous mode, and how you can utilize that. So this I will cover in the demo. It is real time, so whenever the change happens, then at that time only CDC event will be published. It also uses push technology. It also works on event driven pattern, just like push topic. We don't need any ETL process to identify any changes. So sometimes what happen in sometimes client in old times, what used to do is like have a ETL process to detect any change happening in an object. Then based on that change, it will extract the information and put it in the external system, so that we have a freshness of data in the external system. But with change data capture, we don't need to do that, because we don't need to identify has that any change happened, because CDC will capture automatically any change, and it will publish the event accordingly. So this is a used case. It can be used for data replication. So for example, you want to store Salesforce data in any data warehouse, Redshift, then you can use change data capture that will automatically detect any changes and publish an event, so that you can duplicate your Salesforce data in another data warehouse. And you can also write a code in the third party like AWS Lambda for log any changes or audit in the external application. So when exactly we need to use change data capture? So for example, external system already has an entire set of your data. Let's talk about an account object. So they already have account object. Now somebody changes account object continuously in Salesforce. Then to have that continuous synchronization with your external system, change data capture will be useful. All you need to do is create a change data capture event on your account object, and it will detect all the changes and publish the event to external application. So it is used for reconciliation of duplicate data between two systems. It published the delta of sales. Sorry, it publishes the delta of Salesforce data, whether for new record or change record. So it always publish the delta of Salesforce data. It ignores sharing setting and send change event for all records, but it respect field level security. If Salesforce record fields are encrypted with Shield platform encryption, then change in even encrypted field value will generate the event. So just like in PushTopic, we saw that we had a channel name as /topic / and the PushTopic name. Here we have it a name like data, then standard object name, change event, and if it is a custom object, then custom object __ instead of C, we have change event. So for example, this employee is a custom object, then we have it like this. If it is a standard object, then we have account change event. Now we'll go to a demo and see how we can create change data capture, and we will use the EMPI API connector to capture or subscribe to that CDC event. So we will go to setup, and in setup we will write change data capture, and here we will create a change data capture on account. Here is it. I'll click here, and that's it. It's very simple. Now change data event has been created for account. All we need to do here is EMP API, which I was using for PushTopic. I can use the same code. All I need to do is provide channel like this, account change. Let me copy it from here. Event, and subscribe it. Now we will go to any account and change the any field value. So we are here, and I'm going to change, let's say, Chicago to Dallas, and save it. Now I will go here and see that this has been changed. Yes, it has been subscribed. I will just copy this and paste it in JSON Curious Concept website, where I can format this JSON and show you that this is the change we have done. For the entity name is the object name, and change type was update. So what are the change fields? Last modified date will come by default, and billing address is the second field which we changed, and the value is here. That's the value. Billing straight, this is the payload, and this header contains extra information which I just showed you, that what is the object and what was the operation and what are the fields changed. Just remember, last modified date will always come, and this was the record ID, and this is a replay ID, and this is the change channel we are subscribed to. So let's move back to our slide. So far we have seen how we can create change data capture events for standard objects. Similarly, we can do it for custom object. And we have also seen how we can subscribe to those events by using EMPI connector in LWC. We can also subscribe it outside Salesforce using Comedy libraries or subscription APIs. I've also created videos and put it in my channel Salesforce Musketeer, where you can use Comedy libraries to subscribe to platform events. So whenever platform event publish in Salesforce, it can be captured in Java application. That Comedy can also be used to capture change events and push topic. Now let's move to understand how we can use Apex trigger for change events. Like Apex trigger we have for Salesforce object, we can define triggers or change events corresponding to a Salesforce object. It fires when change event is received. So this is a point to notice, that whenever change event is received, this Apex trigger is fired, but it runs asynchronously and it runs after the database transaction is completed. The trigger we have on S object is synchronous, but this one runs asynchronously. So it is ideal for resource intensive business logic while keeping the transaction based logic in object trigger. It runs under automated process entity. We will see that. So when it runs, you in the debug log, you do not have to put a username to catch the debugs. You have to put it by this name, automated process. It is subjected to Apex synchronous governor limit. So although it's asynchronous in nature, but it will follow the synchronous governor limits. And the batch size, like in trigger.new, so for an object trigger we have 200, but in this case the batch size is of 2000. Now we will see the demo first, and then I'll show you some use cases. Now I will create a trigger on account. Let's say account change trigger, and S object will be account change event. So I'll click on submit. I'll copy this code which I already did for opportunity here. So what I'm gonna do here is I will write account change event, and we will have event bus dot change event header, as I showed you in my JSON, that we have change event header. That's what I'm trying to get here. So I will get change event header. In the header we have a change type. So let's say we do it for insert, and let me remove. So whenever account is created, then we will say follow-up task on newly created account. So this is the record ID of the account which gets created, and this commit user, this will be automated process which I told you. Let's see how it works. Now one mistake I did, instead of insert I should have create here. Now when new account is created, a follow-up task will be created. So let's see that. Let me go to accounts and click on new, test new account, and I'll say street address is here, Chicago, and I'll click on save. Now I will go and check tasks. I will go here and check unscheduled task. So if you see, the task has been created. So this got created by our asynchronous trigger, which we have written here on account change event. One thing to notice, we can only have after insert. We cannot have like before insert or before update or after update. This is the only thing we can have. So let's get back to our PPT and see some use cases. Now we have learned about change data capture as well as push topic. So in what scenario we should use change data capture, and in what use case we should use push topic. So far we have seen how we can create change data capture and how we can create push topic. Now let's try to see the use cases of change data capture and push topic, which will help us to determine what is the best fit for our use case. So change data capture is out of box event driven. We didn't do any coding provided by Salesforce. We just chose the object and it started publishing an event automatically. So first use case I'll say here is any change in Salesforce data, let's say account or opportunity, and you want to keep your external data warehouse, which is AWS Redshift, in sync in real time, then we can use change data capture. Second use case, any change in account or opportunity, and you want to replicate your data in external application such as SAP Order Management or Oracle Financial, then also CDC is used. Now third use case is, now you want to kick off a certain logic in your external application. Let's say in SAP Order Management, whenever a product is sold or opportunity is won, they have their own logic, but they are receiving all data from Salesforce, then change data capture. The fourth use case is when you want to archive all your Salesforce data, and every time a certain Salesforce data change occur, for example, a record is deleted or inserted, then you can use change data capture. Now, when should we use push topic? So when there's a legacy, it is a legacy event driven architecture and it's suited when you wish to publish changes using push topic based on certain Salesforce record change. So that's very important to understand that it's a certain Salesforce record change. For example, only when case is closed, then you want to send data. Only when opportunity is won, then you want to send data. Then in that case, push topic is useful. So for case 1, an external service application needs to invoke its own workflow of sending a thank you note based on opportunity getting closed. So they don't want to send a thank you note when opportunity is not closed or when opportunity is created, only in one certain where criteria. Then push topic. Second use case, when the Salesforce app need to refresh certain fields based on the changes made in Salesforce record getting closed. So in Salesforce app, they want to refresh based on the certain field, then also you use push topic. I remember when I gave my integration exam, it was a similar question to the use case too, that when the case get closed, they want to refresh their dashboard or something. It was like that. So instead of choosing change data capture, I chose push topic. The reason is the change data capture will publish event in all the cases, but I wanted to refresh that part only when the case is closed. So just remember, when there's a certain condition involved, then go for push topic instead of change data capture. Now we have come to an end. Hope you liked my video. Please subscribe to ApexR and thank you for watching the video.